What's up, everyone? In today's video, I'm going to be showing you a cool move I pulled off. Even though the title says like I invented this fork, that's not exactly what happened. I'm pretty sure someone's used this before in the past, but to me, it felt kind of like I invented it. It was such a good move that I kind of felt like it was something I created. But that's how it felt to me. But so this is where we are, like where we were in the game. They played the Italian and then went off a little bit. But so here, I moved the knight to g4. I wanted to threaten the uh, f2 pawn. So what that does is it's going to make the king is the only thing protecting that, and of course, if I have the bishop or the knight, which allow the bishop protecting the knight. The only way for I guess there's a few blocks for him, but the it would have to be the bishop if he wants to block it effectively. But it just puts pressure on him early, and normally in games where I'm able to attack relatively quickly in the game. It just kind of shifts the game more in my favor. He blocked it efficiently, but I still was gonna try to go for it. I wanted to move this pawn out of the way. So, unfortunately, I ended up blundering my uh, knight from that. So, well, that it hurt. Like, yeah. Anyway, so he castled. Uh, so this move here is designed to try to make him want to take this pawn. I was hoping he wouldn't see the bishop here. Normally, if you disguise your attempt to take one of their important pieces, such as the queen or a rook, if you disguise it like that, it has a better chance of, like, say, if I had just moved a pawn here. If I had moved a pawn to h5, I mean, say it was protected, that would have a lot less, chance of him making the blunder than if, you play d5, which looks like something else. Anyway, I decided to trade pawns. Not only would it, clear up the middle more, but it would also, protect my bishop, which was now being pressured. I decided to push the bishop to h3 to attack the castle, and I traded here. So I was making a lot of trades for a game where I'm like down material, but I feel like it's not that bad. So I felt like I could trade. So right here, I actually thought about making this move. I was thinking about making this trade here. I was hoping he would move up. He would take with the knight instead, and I could just take his queen. It's a really risky move. It may have paid off, but I didn't count. I didn't want to count on that. So here, I didn't want to trade queens just yet. It was. I know I was trading a lot, but this was. I don't think this was the time to trade queens. What I was thinking of doing was going for this pawn here with the bishop. But while I was setting that up, I did see that he could take the queen. So I decided to. I think I made a mistake here when I moved the bishop back to b6. I wanted to protect both pawns, but what I probably should have done was pushed here with the bishop. But I guess yeah, I would have left my queen pinned. Wait, no, that was mate. Wait, let me see. Actually, yeah, that would have left my queen pinned. I didn't. Yeah, he controls the entire white diagonal with his queen, so yeah, that wouldn't have worked. Yeah, I decided to protect both pawns, and then I wanted to like apply pressure here. It would pressure a lot of pieces here. It wasn't really gonna do anything. The bishop is protected by the castle. The bishop then protects the knight, and the bishop also protects the pawn. So the move isn't really doing much. Here I decided to trade the castle for knight and bishop. So that's more trades I made. I also I had to move my bishop here. I also use this as a chance. So, oh yeah, this is where the move happened. So right here, he's attacking the queen. Um, he also the queen can take the castle. So I was thinking of that. The only thing keeping me from doing that, of course, is his other castle. So if I could somehow move one of the castles from the one file, then I would be able to take it for free. So the way I did that was what I call the Koopaling fork. Uh, so like I said, someone's probably done this before. There's tons of chess players played by hundreds of games every day. Someone has to have come up or at least played this move at some point. So I take with the bishop. I'll go over why it's good and why, uh, and then like why like the weaknesses of it later. But right now I'm going to talk about the strengths. So here, first of all, I get a free pawn, even if he does move somewhere else, either h1 or g2. I still get the free pawn. So that's number one. I also the I also it'll force the king to move around and hopefully get out of his zone. And you may have this what happened. So the point of it was to try to get him to move the castle, allowing me to take. So he thinks it's a free bishop. Also, he's thinking attack the queen. This would not only take the bishop, but it will also set up another rook to attack the queen from both sides. It's protected by the king. So he's thinking about this rook right here and this bishop. He's this here. I don't think he was thinking of this. This was to him a while ago. So he takes the bishop. I take. And then here, this is where it really turned around. And then, yeah. So some of the weaknesses of this move. So after I take, like I said, he has two other options besides taking. He can either move h1 or g2. To me, I say h1 is the best option. So say he moves to h1. Then you may have once he moves to h1, you may have something uh, like once he moves to h1, you may have something like I can't really do much anymore. Also, my queen is still being pressured, and behind it is the bishop. So the queen can't move to b2, and to protect the bishop, it can't really move to any of these squares here. These are the squares the queen has to move to protect the bishop. So it won't be able to really protect the bishop after. So I'm going to lose a bishop from this. Also, what I'm just doing this wrong right now. Sorry. So this is what the setup was. So he moves to h1. Then there's other things that might happen. Once we get here, so say he moves here. There's not really much I can do now. My queen's still being pressured. Bishop is still being pressured. So I would have to either move the queen to e2 or c2. to protect the bishop at the same time. He could then begin pressuring with the rooks over and over again until eventually I'll make a mistake, or he pins it. So one of the weaknesses is that there's really leaves me exposed. It counts on that one move to make it successful. Alright, so next, once I finished the move, I checked, and then I started going for a queen trade. I really wanted to trade queens since I was up materially. I control the entire right side with these pawns, and I believed with support from the rook, I could get them across and promote them to queens. He had very little hope, as this one pawn wouldn't stand a chance. He deflected the trade, and I believe this is where he resigned.